video. Right, it's a bit, well, it's not random, but it might be a bit mixed up as usual. But it's a bit of a cure. Not as in I don't think he's dropped, but I've been talking to a few people in the UK and some people are on board with Q, so that's good. Say hi if you're there, because I'm just seeing if chat's working. But I was just watching. Well, the thing is, if you're not on the Q train, if you're not on the Q train or been on the Q train, you know, sorry, I'm just looking at something. It's a bit too late, really. Yeah, they're awakening up in the UK, but it's a bit too late in a sense of you can have a look, you can sort of find out, but it was better when you were on it, when it was all in the making of it, because even though there's not nice things in it, it was like more exciting to be part of it, you know, in the midst of it, if you know what I mean, when I believe there's a lot about to drop very, very soon. And people will go, oh, we've heard that before, very, very soon, very, very soon. It's like, do you know how big the actual plan is to go for these people involved? I mean, hello. And that was the QAnon map off eBay that I got in January. Hi. And the thing is, you're gonna get rudely awoken, whether you like it or not, even though some people still won't believe it. But I was just watching, I've not watched the last bit at the end of it. Yes, a great time to be alive, the best story ever told, the greatest story ever to be told in history, true history. As we know, history is a lie. It's going to be a bit of a mismatch, but I was watching the SGT report. Please go over and watch it if you haven't. And it's the one with, I mean, go and watch it anyway. It's the one with, it's called something like For Those Who Can't Sleep. And it's got Daddy Dragon on from London, Gran Torino on from Ireland. I can't remember the other guy off Soapbox, and SG2 put the guy who does the show, all having a chat together, live streaming. Well, they were streaming together about what's about to hit and what they think of Jeff Sessions and I always get this wrong. I always say this wrong. Report that is about to come out, people. You know. With the people implicated over here and all that sort of good stuff. We know who it is anyway. You know, countries' involvement and all that sort of stuff. You know, that's just going to blow everything out of the water, basically, especially mainstream media. But I'll talk about that in a minute, because Stormy Daniels has put a tweet up, and I can't check on my phone, so I can't remember what it says. But she's tweeted something on the lines of something about getting ready for the pain. And yes, this is, and the fucking pun is intended. So it was like, do we think Stormy Daniels was part of the plan or got in it or something? Yes, I do. Because guess what? Trump is Teflon. Nothing really sticks. And I think that will all come out. But she's actually talking about the storm. Who talks about the storm? So, sometimes it's all theatre, people, and that's what some people are not understanding about Jeff Sessions. If we fire Jeff and make it look like Jeff and Trump don't like each other, the Democrats will love Jeff Sessions. And then he'll drop the hammer. And then what can they say? Because at the end of the day, like Daddy Dragon says over on the SGT report, if the Democrats, the Teflon Don, if the Democrats love Jeff Sessions, you trust somebody you love. So they're saying they trust Jeff Sessions, so you better trust what he's going to come out with, Democrats. Yeah. So it's all theatre, people. People are like, oh no, I don't trust him. Hi. If you don't trust Jeff, you don't trust Q, because Q said trust the plan, trust Jeff Sessions. Pretend you fired him so he can get on with his job while the Democrats are going on with themselves, but they're loving Jeff at the same time. And then he drops a hammer, ba-doom, a bit like the Thor hammer, ba-doom, truth hammer, ba-doom. Thank you, that's all I'm saying. That's what me and a lot of people think, and it's on the number 17 again, and I'll probably say that, and it'll probably go to 18, like it just has again. Every time. I think Q's watching me. I do. It's just gone 17 and 18 every time. Q and R. Oh God, it makes me laugh. But yeah, that's what I think. Honest to God, every time I come out, it's gone to 19 now. Every time I come out, it goes 17, 18. 17, 18, and then 18 again as I'm talking about it. But I've always trusted the plan. My numbers, I can see how many people are watching or supposedly watching, and it always goes up to 17, and then it goes 18, and then it stays there, and then it goes up like it is now. But it's always 17, 18, 17's Q, 18's R, you know, JFK Jr. Yeah, so there's all that, and then there's a thing with, I can never say his name right. The stuff going down right now on live on YouTube is oh God, what's it called? What's his name? Let me find it. You know, the Kavanaugh, is he called Kavanaugh? You know, the one they're trying to get in the Supreme Court of Justice? You know he's getting in there, people. It's live in America, obviously, it's gone to 18 again. It's live in America, you know, with mainstream media there and a lot of other people, massive big court place to, you know, giving all the stuff on why he should be in. Yeah, is it Kavanaugh? Yeah, you know what I mean. I'll just call him Cav for short. You know, and yeah, you know he's going to get in there because he's good. He's not corrupt like these corrupt ones that were there. Because if you've got a corrupt court system, you know, judge, especially a Supreme Court, because that means they're there for life, like that witch that was there before. And the others, if you've got a Supreme Court who's corrupt and evil, he's going to stick up for those people who are going to get sent down to get them off because they're evil and the court, you know, the judge is evil. So he works for them. Not anymore. So these are why they're getting scared, because they know if he gets in, which he will do, he's in anyway. He's there, it's done. When these people go to court for the hearings, you know, like military court or civilian court or whatever, because there's laws on each, I think they'll be going down this time. They might have got away with it before, but not this time. And this is why they're cacking themselves. That's all I can say. Think about it. It's on 17. CQ says now it's on 18. That's all I'm saying. You know, I'm not brilliant on the Q things, but this is what everyone's talking about. And I think it was Ted Cruz was going on about the Democrats, you know, they're going on about, they're going on about the Democrats, you know, the disagreeing with the documents that, was it that they were dropping and this, that and the other, and, you know, I think Cav's brought millions of documents out, you know, a million, but they're just moaning about a couple, yeah. Doesn't matter that you've got a million, you're just bothered about a couple, are you? Right, all right then. Basically, it's all just because they're crying because she lost the election. Boo-hoo. And for those of you that say, oh, Trump's just another side of the coin, you know, it's always the opposite of the same. No, he's not. Because at the end of the day, he's transparent. He says it, he tells you. She never did. If she was still in, like they said on STG report, you wouldn't know nothing because they've been covering it up, and they'd still cover it up, and no one would be any the wiser, would they? Why bring it out and shout people's names out and show you who's doing the stuff in the world? Why put yourself out there? Oh, he's great, he's Trump. He's the biggest Trump, as in the biggest troll. You can't troll a troll. He's the biggest troll. So good at what he does. Also, So we've got all that going on. I still believe JFK Jr. is going to come and show about November, like me and my dad were just discussing. The 22nd, which is just up now in front of my face, which is really funny, is the death of his, the anniversary of his father, JFK. So maybe he'll come out round about that day, because I think in America they've got Thanksgiving or something on the 22nd of November. And then on the 25th would be JFK Jr.'s birthday as well. I mean, when you're supposed to be having a military parade, I mean, just go November, something's going to happen. And I think from now to then, I think they're just going to troll about JFK Jr. because they have been doing with the helicopter with Trump in the window and someone sat in the seat that looked, not saying that it's him, but looked suspiciously like JFK Jr. Well, let's just troll you all because you're just worrying. Well, they're worried anyway because that's why they're all flapping around like idiots. But yeah, it's all happening, guys. I do really believe something's going to be coming out very soon before this weekend's over. I'm looking forward to the 9th Trump Wars film. I don't know where it's coming out. We'll probably see it on here on YouTube. That's probably where it's going to drop anyway. You've got Trump in the speech the other day shouting out CNN and the others saying you should be all out of a job and he'll be running for the next 6 years and all this. I was like, go Trump, get it in there. Apparently over here, Theresa May has found 2 people that were involved with the Skripal poisoning. Yeah, Russia. Are we going to start shouting that out again because you ain't got nothing to say? Okay, apparently that's what was in the papers this morning. I haven't seen the papers. She can say what she wants because she's been told. Keep harping on because you're just digging yourself in a massive big hole of doo-doo and you're doing it all by your little merry self. So carry on mainstream media. We see what you are. You just turn the telly off. It's we the people actually who need, puppets. It's we the people who will become mainstream media. We the people, not them and their narratives and their propaganda. We the people, as you've not noticed, is we the people, that is what everyone's doing on the internet, because this great worldwide awakening, as they call it. Now, if you go and watch the STG report, it's good because they're talking about how Hillary Clinton's had her fingers in everything, and I mean everything. I mean, what you're going to come out with? Oh, Trump slept with Stormy Daniels. Well, whoopee flipping do. Now let's all look at what Hillary Clinton's actually done. A lot, believe me. Oh my God, a lot. So they're talking about that, and they're talking about other things, and then the things that I like that we're talking about, the other stuff, is they're also gone on about, in about 2012, I mean, people have been talking about this anyway, the Great Awakening, and there's a paradigm shift, or whatever you call it, and there's a shift, and it came out more in 2012. Don't know if that's when the Mandela started, but Mandela effect, but it wouldn't surprise me because that's been ramping up with different things. And they've even said, and I've heard people saying even won't believe about this now, they're going, I think there was a paradigm, I think something's jumped because it's the jump of consciousness. Like, people say, oh, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yeah, everything. Yeah. Everything. I can see it. I only have to go on YouTube and look at people in different countries. I watch loads of different sort of videos, and everyone's talking about it. The spiritual people on the spiritual channels, like the stuff I like and I like to watch, are talking about it, obviously, because it's a spiritual war as well of taking the godliness away, them values and everything. The space sort of, space conspiracies, aliens, them sort of, sort of stuff, David Icke and all that. Everyone's talking about it. And then you've got, I can see it. It's everywhere. What's that? I can't see chat. The governor of Ohio, John, said of fake news, CNN, that McStain, no name, was put to death. Yeah, and I saw that as well. I've got it here actually. Where is it? I wrote it down somewhere. Yes, McStain, no name, doody has there's a video called, I can't remember. I did write this down somewhere. Where is it? Called Yig Wilson, YIG WILOSM. There's a guy there, and he actually says in the video, like a slip of the tongue, McStane was put to death. McStane was put to death. Yes, he was. Traitor. How many people did he kill? Not really bothered about you. Yeah. Your painting. Yes, I like paintings. But it is... No, I just think it might have been euthanasia or so. I don't know, but I just... Yeah. But let's not talk about the no name because we don't want to give him attention, the traitor. But the Great Awakening, as I was saying, it's happening everywhere. People start talking that is the Great Awakening, but there's definitely a paradigm shift. And also, they were talking about on... Oh, because don't forget, what did Hillary say? What did she get caught saying? Just to go back to that bit. Yeah. Hillary said something on the lines of, if this bastard wins, meaning Trump, when they went up, you know, the elections and that, we will all hang from nooses. Yes, you will. Look out for a lot of suicides coming up soon, maybe. Maybe. But if she'd have got in, you'd have known nothing. Big cover-ups, even though there has been cover-ups, but you would have never known anything. Oh, and they also called Jeff Sessions, his nickname is, as they said on the SGT report, the silent assassin. He might be softly spoken. Got to watch out for them quiet ones. Think about that one. And Q said disinformation was necessary. Yeah, World War III, yep. Yeah, paradigm, sorry, I always get things mixed up, but that's just me. I always say the things the wrong way around. Also, they were talking about, just before I get to the big bit where I'm like, is the Rothschilds. Now, what some people don't know about the kids and all this that is not nice to hear, but you will hear it, is the Rothschilds sold some estate in Switzerland. It was a hunting lodge. Now, what you don't, and some people might not know, is they don't necessarily hunt animals over there. They hunt kids and humans. Yeah, not good. They sold it. I wonder why they sold it. Bit of pressure there, was there? Yeah. Also, a woman called Fiona Barrett or something has apparently said she was one of the survivors from being hunted, and the only reason she got saved and not killed was because of the bloodline, her bloodline. But when you think about it, they were saying on SGT report, which I think as well, you know the Grimm fairy tales? Yeah, real. The estate was called the Black Forest. Yeah. Referencing to the Grimm fairy tales where things happen. So if you think of what fairy tale could we say? I just thought, oh yeah, Snow White. Little girl runs into the forest, doesn't she? The hunter comes after her because the queen wanted her to cut her heart out. But obviously they flip it because it's got to be nice, because that doesn't happen, does it? Sorry guys, it does. It's not brilliant, you know. Once I get a passport, can we do dinner? I think I'd have a lot of people coming for dinner, you know. Yeah, a lot of fairy tales are actually based on fact, but twisted round. So what we all think is nicey that you tell your kids at night, yeah, Red Riding Hood, is a complete opposite. Grim fairy tales. Pretty grim they are, yeah? Yeah, and the forest they always go into. They always have a forest, don't they? The Black Forest, Rothschild, you know, yeah. Not good, not good. But that'll all be coming out. It's not good. And, apparently there was a guy on, is it the Letterman show in America, ages ago? I don't know what the guy was called, but if you watch, that's why I want you to watch the STG report. He's talking about all this, but I'm just sort of going over it and saying what I think. Yeah, Hansel and Gretel, you know, the witch wanted to put the kids in the oven. The witch wanted to eat the kids. Hillary likes to eat kids as well, and she is a witch, so there you go. Yeah, the sci-fi films. I'll talk about films in a minute. Letterman on, like I said, if you go and watch STG report with Gran Torino, Daddy Dragon, and I can't remember who's on it, it goes through all this. It is good. It's about an hour, I think, but it's good, so you need to go and watch it. They Letterman had someone on. Yeah, the author was Hunter. Yeah, he had this guy on who lived in, I don't know, in the woods or something, and he was a hunter. And they said to him outright on TV, "Oh, so what do you like to do? What do you like to hunt?" He said, "Oh, we won't talk about hunting people, will we?" What? And it just went over his head because he liked to put it out there, but everyone thought he was joking. He wasn't joking, and he was part of some of the snuff films. Great, that's nice. So, there's a lot of stuff coming out that people aren't going to like to hear, but, you need to get prepared. This is why I believe Trump was saying, get prepared, America, not just for, you're going to hear a lot of things you ain't going to like, and you're going to think, oh, it only happens in films, oh, it's like, grim fairy tales or something. Guess what, people? A lot of films that are out there from way back or now, you think, oh, yeah, they're not real. Oh, this is a bit freaky. This is a bit scary. Well, they don't do that now, do they? No, that's a bit like medieval, or they don't do that now. Oh, yes, they do. They put the truth out in books and films. Think about the entertainment business. It's all an illusion. And they twist everything the wrong way around because, let's face it, the Antichrist is the opposite of everything. Yeah, the elites are totally twisted. They're the opposite of everything. So you've got not that I'm religious, but if you've got the cross for Jesus, they have it upside down. Like Hillary Clinton wears upside down crosses. It doesn't mean everybody in the normal world, if you wear an upside down cross, is a Satanist, because they bring them out as fashion statements, don't they? So kids will be walking around with upside down crosses on, the Illuminati eye, with the pyramid, because they don't know. But it must be good for them to see, because it's like we're all wearing the symbols, like Nike people. Stop wearing Nike. Have you seen about Nike? Yeah, not good, not good. What do they support? It's like me with my butterflies. Oh, she's Illuminati. She's got butterfly tattoos. No, I just like butterflies because they are pretty things, and it's a bit more of a spiritual meaning to me. It doesn't just mean because you wear red shoes, you're part of the Red Shoe Society. It's for those elites. It's their messages to them. That's how they, spot each other or put their little stupid symbolism out there to themselves. It doesn't actually mean, like I've got an owl over there that you put a candle in, that it means that I worship Moloch, because I don't. It's just an owl, and an owl means to me wisdom. To others in the dark occult, it's something else, Baphomet or whatever he's called. So yeah, symbolism will be the downfall and all that sort of stuff. But what also came out in that chat, now I keep saying to my dad, been saying for ages, and he's like, well, I don't know, there's nothing down there. There is definitely, and they've just spoke about it, so I was like, yes, great. Hi. Talking about Antarctica, I have always said the elites always go down to Antarctica, don't they? What the frig is in Antarctica apart from the Aurora Borealites, whatever they are? Now, they all go down there. What are you going down there for? And then you watch videos like Davey Dyke and you listen to Alex Jones and other people, and they've always been like, civilization down there, or aliens, or there's this down there, or the arcs down there, or blah blah blah. I'm telling you now, there's definitely something down there. Fallen angels, whatever they say. But they were saying on SGG report they believe, that's why you need to go and watch it, because we're saying certain things about an advanced civilization that was there. And I think that's what I think. There's something going on down there. There's alien technology down there, because, I follow all this. I go on a lot of channels. I don't just stick on one, like I said before. I expand my thinking. I'm ready for anything. You know what I mean? Like, if giants are here, aliens, I know it sounds mad, whatever. I look at loads of different things, so I'm like, bring it on then, come on. Like, what's the truth? I just want to know the truth. And even they're talking about giants from, way back in the Bible, and maybe there were bigger people than us then. There was dinosaurs, maybe there was bigger people. I don't know. I just want the truth. But I do believe there's something going on in Antarctica, and I do believe it's either some sort of lost civilization. There may be a civilization down there of, I don't know, that's been kept a secret. Entities or whatever. Yeah, underground cities. Yeah. Or, the technologies, which I believe's been done down there, and it's hiding it. You know what I mean? I've been doing my homework, Atlantis, I don't know, whatever. They were talking about when the big meteorite struck, the waters would have flooded a lot of places. And they actually said Daddy Dragon, because that's why I wanted to go and watch that video. It's talking about this is, we look up to the stars, but what if it's in the sea? Think of the film Pacific Rim. Those alien-y things didn't come from the stars. They came from beneath the sea. And Daddy Dragon said, oh, it's all right, I'm sticking things in NASA because I don't even think we can get through the firmament anyway. Yeah, let's give all your money to NASA because they're not doing anything with it, are they? And then, yeah, he did, yeah. And then Daddy Dragon said in whatever year it was, we have a lot of submarines, don't we? They reckon they've mapped the floor already and found civilizations or whatever. You know what I mean? In the abyss. What's down there? Things or lost civilization when the floods came. It's a bit biblical. But who knows? You can't sit there and not think, oh, don't be stupid, blah, 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 blah. Why? Can you not expand your thinking? Why? Do you know everything? Was you there at that time? Have you seen stuff? Or, they are hiding the truth. And whatever the truth is, I don't give a toss if it's giants, aliens, alien technology, blah, 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 the God source, because that is one of the things they are trying to reflect us from is actual God. Like, I'm not religious, but I believe in the source, like we're all from one, blah, 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 like I've said before. Yeah, it could be, that's what I mean. But none of us really know. We've not really been there. We see all this stuff. But I believe there's definitely something going on down there because they all go down there. Yeah, why do we give money to go to the stars? We should be looking at our oceans. Exactly, because we know they weren't using the money to go up there, NASA, because that's all a load of baloney. No wonder Trump keeps shouting out space wars. If he has space wars, it will be space wars. What's going on in the sea? And submarines and stuff, you know what I mean? Can these submarines go under? I've heard this before. Go through channels that go to the Antarctica a different way and come up in an underground civilization. What is in that civilization? What's being hidden down there? You think of these sci-fi films and deciding to make a bit of sense to me. So, all this stuff is just flooding out everywhere on the internet. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying there's a lot of truthers out here. Yeah, aliens, there's a lot of truth out here, and it's us who are doing the truthers, not mainstream media. We, the people, are becoming the mainstream media. They see we should be doing the ocean. Yeah, the ocean's like space. Yeah, as above, so below. Some people say you've got the ocean, and then they reckon the firmament's like an ocean. As above, so below. What's down there? Yeah, I think Antarctica has a lot more land than we're told. Tropical, yeah, like the Garden of Eden. Like, you can't see it from space because it's always got the big white ice covering. What is under the ice? What is under the ice? Yeah. They're going about, oh, there's an ice wall, there's this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. What's under the ice? Or you think of, what's it called? I always think of Game of Thrones, Kings and Queens and that fighting out, Kings and Queens, they're not good. And the ice wall, I didn't see all of it, but, I knew there was a big bloody wall in it, ice wall. Trying to keep us out from somewhere, are they? Trying to keep us away from a lost civilization? That's bloody Eden or something with nice weather and luscious vegetation. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Something's going on. Yeah, and it's a bit biblical as well, believe it or not, because, there's truth in the Bible. Yeah, Jesus, I believe, was a physical man who was trying to get truth out, like people are today, and they assassinated him, crucified him, because he was trying to tell the masses to wake up to the truth, to fight the like the Roman Catholics that come in and took all the knowledge away and tried to take over with religions for money and this and all that sort of, stuff. And you can't talk about history because it's all a lie anyway. But you know what I mean? He was a person that was trying to show, like Trump a bit, trying to show the truth, trying to tell people to go within and be your own, don't worship people, be your own, be good to people, just the guidance that you should be living under is love, compassion and empathy. And they didn't want that. They wanted everyone fighting and dividing, didn't they? They wanted to control everyone. Jesus didn't want that. He was trying to tell people, you know. Oh no, didn't want that, did they? The moon is a giant transmitter. Yeah, and I believe, yeah. And take signals. And yeah, Saturn, they're going on about Anubis or whatever it's called, and the X planet, and Saturn, the ring isn't what you think it is. It's entrapped by the, you know, I watch all this stuff and I find it very interesting, and I do believe there's truth in it. I was even watching something on grey aliens this morning, and I do believe Theresa May is one. She can't dance, can she? She looks like a reptilian. You know, something's going on. Something's going on. I've even seen hi. I've even seen the paradise, exactly. They keep us away from all the nicey. You know, nice stuff probably go on the holidays there, don't they? Like holes in the mountains in Antarctica shaped like a sort of UFO shape where they fly out of, you know, the technology down there. Where's the best place to hide all the stuff, or a new civilization or whatever it is? In Antarctica, it's cold where you're not really going to go, and it's difficult to get there, and it can be hidden under a load of ice. Good one. I'd do that as well. So, and is the Aurora Borealis, or whatever you call it, the lights, is that some sort of energy going through the Earth's core? Has the Earth got a core going through it with the rainbow bridge in it, as if you want to say, of energies, you know? It's you know, think outside the box sort of things, people. But I do believe there is a lot going to be exposed. And even if it's not, we're all finding out about it anyway. But I do believe. Probably because we'd destroy it. Yeah. But it was meant for everybody. Whatever all this stuff is, it was always meant for everybody. Not just the elites. But if they're going to keep us from not knowing stuff, they're greedy, aren't they? They don't want us all having it. They must have it. And also, they were talking about giants, and maybe there were things gone in the past, because I watched a lot of things about petrified, you know, the petrified rocks that starting to look like giants and things. I'm into all that sort of stuff. Yeah, protected by Area 51, exactly. And then you've got like the pyramids all line up to constellations, and there's pyramids all around the world that line up. You can draw a line through it. Yeah, the Nymphlin, yeah, I've heard about that. And they're on ley lines, important structures that you just think, oh yeah, that churches. The pyramids all around the world are on ley lines because the ley lines hold power, energy, you know, frequency, and all this stuff that we all work off. But oh, we're not allowed to know that. But the thing is, yeah, electrical energy, we do know that. We're just been waiting, I think, for it to become bigger of the acknowledgement of the consciousness of the awakening. Amplifier. Yeah. I mean, some say it was an amplifier of raising the vibrations of the planet, you know, for the good. But if they've been using it for the bad, or made something similar, CERN or whatever, HARP or whatever, CERN, then it's not like organic, is it? It's like, it's probably why things are going wrong for them now. We can't be trusted, that's what, yeah, but if we knew about it years ago, it'd just be normal, wouldn't it? But there's certain things that won't come out. But that's what I believe's going on down there. And I did say to my dad ages ago, you know, there's something dodgy with Antarctica. And he's like, no, there isn't. It's just, I'm like, no, there's something going on in Antarctica. And now he's like, there's something going on in Antarctica. Because there is. On SGT report, they're actually talking about a map from years back, and it's showing you, you know, certain stuff. Yeah, they did have electricity back then. They've had old, like, sort of funny batteries, haven't they, with copper and batteries way back then. Yeah. They like to keep us in the dark, these illuminated ones. How dare we be illuminated in the truth? That's what the Illuminati is. It just means they're illuminated with truth, you know. It don't mean that I'm going like this. Oh, it just means you're illuminated in truth. The triangle, pyramid, the all-seeing eye of Horus. I think they chucked that out because they're sort of saying they've got... and I'm not Illuminati. They've got the eye of Horus, haven't they? Like joking, oh, we've got where... They are the Antichrist, which goes back to Hillary Clinton, as in... if she'd have got in... you wouldn't have known about stuff. And what we would have done is, yeah, the third eye, what she would have done is, I should say, is gradually brought in, what's it called? The she would have gradually brought in, is it called the 12 perversions? Yeah. Because they're trying to bring in, getting the paedophilia in, like, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, gender 21. And the bestiality, and so on, and so on. Till they would have all got them in. Because the judges were corrupt, they would have just said, yeah, that's fine, it's all right. And all those good people that don't believe in that would have gone to, if we'd have gone up to the judges, we'd have got chucked in prison. But all the baddies are allowed out, That's what would have happened. That's what they wanted to bring in. Legalised. She would have legalised, because that's what they've been trying even now, to get in the 12 perversions. Brilliant. Great world to live in. Yeah, all them ways, because they are all sick over there. They've not evolved at all. And really, when you look about in the Bible, this has happened before. We go around a cycle. Good and bad. Dark and light. But this time the light's coming again for another so many thousands of years till the evil creeps back, because it will do. Corruption will go. Things will get sorted. There'll be peace for a bit. And then after so many thousands of years, they'll creep back in, because that's just the way it is. And then people have to uprise again, like what's happening now with us. The people will have to uprise again because you get too comfy. Yeah, it is sick. You get too, dark coming to light. You get too comfy. And then stuff has to happen. The chaos, the storm has to come for everyone to be like, and finding out and sorting everything out. And then we go to the calm again. Like Trump said, the storm's coming. Q said, storm upon us. The storm, we're in the chaos. Or the chaos is just coming now. The pain's coming, with Sessions, and I'll just call him Cav for now, and all the stuff's coming out. The pain is coming, so get ready to be prepared. You're not gonna like what you hear. The pain's coming. After the chaos and the pain becomes a calm when it's all settled down. It's going to be up in the air for a bit, and then things will settle. And then we'll go on and hopefully have better generations and generations until it starts again with the cycle of life. Because that's how it goes, It does. Yeah, it's just bonkers. Well, people are beginning to wake up, even if people don't believe it. They're just like, we have defeated darkness. Yeah, we've defeated him. It's been played out up there. It's being played out on 3D down here. And the thing is, the storm is, we've won anyway. It's all being played out like theatre at the minute. So like I said, if you haven't seen the channel Storm Upon Us, and Q the Plan to Save the World, I highly suggest you go and watch it. And they've got Killing the Mockingbird as well over there, and something on Hillary as well. But we've already won. That's why they know it. That's why they're running around like lunatics. They know. To me, being a bit spiritual, it's a bit like, it's a bit like because this happens every so many thousands of years. They know their time's up now. Satan, or whoever you want to call it, that their time's up now. He only had a little bit of a time to play, though it was thousands of years, but it's our time now. And that's why I said, if you're not on the Vincent Fusca thing of the JFK Jr. thing, that I did a lot of videos on, believing JFK Jr. is alive, and I do believe that, and I do believe sometime in the 22nd of November maybe it'll come out properly, is Vincent Fusca. Because what you've got to do with this stuff is you've got to do numerology and the meaning of names. Vincent Fusca together means conquering or victory of darkness. What did Q say? Dark to light. The light's coming. The light's not pretty, because when you see the truth, you're like, Jesus. Like, oh my God. Like, is this really the way the world has been working? Reality is an illusion. We do live in the Matrix, and I don't care if people go, oh God, they always going about the Matrix and the red pill and the blue pill. Well, it is. We live in a Matrix. I've done astral projecting, I think. I'll tell you about that in a minute. We live in a Matrix because we're always throwing illusions on mainstream media. We're not told the truth. Everything's not what you think it is. Like, I mean, look at the Nike thing going on now, the Nike sign, what sort of people they stand for and all that. It's just not what you think. We're living in a matrix of lies, deceit, illusions, and we're all putting about, or we were like, la, 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 la. It's a load of rubbish. We don't know the fully truth. They don't want us to know the full truth because we are powerful beings. We are beings having a human experience, physical experience. Astral projecting, I think I did it last night. I don't know. I went to bed really late and I was that tired. And you know, like when you shut your eyes but you see darkness, like your eyes are awake but they're not because your eyes are closed, if you know what I mean. It looks like space. And there was all these, like, this is what I imagine like the soul or energy sources to be, or what people call angels. They were like light, but they were folding in on each other and, like, you know, like this, but then folding in on each other and turning different colours. And I just kept seeing these things for ages. But a few months back, and this is a true story, I went to sleep. My mum was visiting. She's visiting again, and she was on this little bed thing at the side of me. Yeah, I've got to find a Matrix one, and that's what I said. Can't get with anyone who don't know about the Matrix. I went to sleep. Yeah, I went. Well, mine was. I went to sleep, but I was awake. I wasn't totally asleep, and I felt really, really relaxed. And I was aware of my breathing had really slowed down, and then I remember smiling because it felt nice. And then I just remember it was like I was going down a wormhole. It was like what I imagined a wormhole in space to be. It was dark, but there was loads of light, but it was like neon lights all flickering around the tunnel like this. But I could see out, and I looked over to the left, and there was like a world of what I was thinking in my head at the time was a new world, our new world, like Earth, but all shiny and bright with loads of vegetation and just loads of light coming out of it. And I also don't know if that meant the light was people on Earth are waking up and they're shining their beacons. You know what I mean? A bit like America, because like we said, America's the last beacon of light because the Christian values and everything, not that you have to be religious, but like you said, America falls, the world falls. America ain't falling, people. Yeah, it was a bit like, and I felt so relaxed, but in the morning, I sort of came out of it then. I went to sleep. But in the morning, I said to my mum, oh, it was really weird last night. I felt really, really dead relaxed and like happy and going down. She said, yeah, I felt like that. I didn't see anything. She said, but I felt so relaxed. And my mum never sleeps well. So I don't know if that was my vibrations, because that's what I was doing, rubbing off on her because she was in the same room, but on the floor on this little bed. So, yeah. And then last night it was that. It was like these sort of light moving, but wings, but not, but then moving within each other in different colours, and yeah, it was very nice. Yeah, I felt really tired but awake, but the like really, really relaxed. And I remember smiling with my eyes closed, like, yeah, I will keep trying. Not that I know what you're supposed to do, but I was just at the point of knackeredness. But yeah, I have tried, and that's why I said when I was in the garden yesterday, because I don't think my video made sense yesterday. Yeah, we are all connected. We're all connected anyway, because we all come from one. We are one. We are everything. That's why it's important to be around the earth and everything. Hi. What? Has Burt Reynolds died? Today. Was he good or not? See, we've been told to look out for suicides and stuff. I don't know. Oh. Guess we'll find out. Oh, but yeah, we are all one. That's why I say it's good to get out in nature, because we are all one and everything's one, and you know, anything organic in nature is good for us. Oh, that's a shame if he was then, because I can't make out with some of these celebrities, you know, because some are batting for the you know, the old Baphomet thing, you know. Oh, you're going hiking. Well, that's good. Are you from America? You're going hiking? I like hiking. Get out in the fresh air. Heart attack. You know what we've got to look out for though? There'll be people suiciding and there'll be people, Seattle, have a good hike, getting heart attacks, because this might sound pretty whack, but I've heard in the conspiracy realms of aliens and technology that there is a gun that would be really tiny now in technology, but it can shoot you with a little thing that goes in your neck and in your system, and it gives you a heart attack, and you don't even feel it going in you. So it might sound, yeah, it might sound a bit whack. I don't know what it's called, but I've heard about this and I'm like, yeah, a bit like when Trump's somebody when they went to Scotland died of a heart attack when he was over there. I was like, all right, very odd. But you know, I'm like one of them who can think outside the box, and yeah, they tried it on Trump. Yeah, I think he's had about 6 or more assassinations tried on Trump. It's just you know. But he's got the armour of God on him, hasn't he? At the end of the day. Yep. So I do think a lot's going to happen this weekend. It's about you've got to keep your eye on the Cav. I can't say his name, Kavanagh. I'll just call him Cav and Jeff Sessions. And you have all got to look out for. I don't know where in America you'll probably see it. Maybe ours will come over on what do you call it? It will be on the internet on Sunday because obviously it's a different time in America. You're looking for Trump Wars, the film Trump Wars. I think there's going to be a lot dropped in that because think about it. You got Trump. You got all this stuff happening before the 11th of September. Does it all connect to 9/11? And I think, what year is it this year? When it was 9/11, how many years is it now since 9/11 happened? Can anyone tell me? I think I'm right here. I'm not quite sure. Does anyone know? Thank you. Boom. 17. Q. Well, if it's 17 or 18, Q or R. Q or R. R's been mentioned. Q or R. 17 years. John McStain, was he involved in it because he died, what was it, on the 17th, 17 days before 9/11, 17 years after 9/11. I think even the time of when he actually died. Bit of a coincidence, isn't it? And he died on, was it National Dog Day? Because in the queue it said, yeah, numerology is one of the best things because every dog has its day. Yeah. Bit of a coincidence that, isn't it? I don't think so. Yes, and Trump said he would reveal about 9/11. Exactly. And that all sort of goes back to JFK. JFK Jr. Here's me dad. Hello. Yeah, that's it. My dad said Trump at War documentary by Steve Bannon. And Steve Bannon's not supposed to be like a massive Trump supporter, but you know how they play the game. Something's coming out. I think Bush Senior is gonna do. I think he is. Yeah, he's either gonna do it himself, or maybe he'll get the ray gun on him, or whatever. I don't know. But I mean, the Bushes, that family, you know, with the Clintons and all the others, are just. We know what you are. We know what you are. So I was just saying, Dad. Every time I come on here, 17, then 18, then it went 17, then it went 18, and I went, oh, it might be Q, and then it went 18. Every time. I think I'm getting signalled. You never know. Stranger Things. Yeah, it's a documentary called Trump Wars. So have a think what you think might be in that. Hi, Snowman. Yeah, it's coming out on Sunday on the 9th. So it's 2 days before 9/11. Bit of a coincidence, isn't it? Come out, you know, if anything drops now, tonight in America, or this weekend with the Sessions or Cav, I call him Kavanagh, I can't remember his name, I can't say it properly. And then you've got a film coming out on Sunday, 2 days before 9/11. Yeah, I mean, you only have to look at Q, the Plan to Save the World, the little tiny film for 10 minutes on Storm is Upon Us. I mean, it's all in there anyway, you know? And yeah, so go Antarctica, because I think, you know, all this stuff's coming out. It's just, this is what people don't understand. It's not just the corruption of Hillary and Obama and the Bushes and this, that and the other and 9/11 and all the stuff on the Q map, you know, all this. That's why it's took that long. It's the actual, aside all that, trafficking, this, that and the other and horrible stuff, globally by the way, it's not just America. But then you've got all the other conspiracy, because don't forget, that's a conspiracy, 9/11, yeah, right, okay. You'll find conspiracies no more, as Q said. All conspiracies are true. There might be a few out there a bit dodge. But even the stuff about, you know, the pyramids, like I've just said, Antarctica, hidden cities, civilizations, advanced civilization, beings, whatever, that's all going to come out as well. So get ready. That might not come out first, because this will come out first, because that's more important, you know, what's going on in the 3D world, if you want to say, oh, what's, you know, that sort of corruption and what's going on in the UK and Australia, South Africa, everywhere. And don't forget, he said Israel's last, so, you know, yeah, that's a bit of an hard one, that one. And all that sort of stuff. And then gradually, I mean, this has been leaking out for years anyway. Everyone thinks David Icke and other people are nutcases. Might have said a few things maybe to discredit themselves, but then again, I don't think they did. I just think they thought that was all right, because us, the people, would believe they were mad and like, oh, don't listen to what they're saying. It's a mad conspiracy theory, because he's always talking about reptilians. Well, we weren't there at the Big Bang right at the beginning. We don't really know what was what, do we? Because the truth has been hidden. But the pyramids were definitely an energy source of electricity, all dotted around the globe, everywhere. In the UK, France, Antarctica, hidden under mountains. There might be some under the sea, because, you know, there's things down there we don't know about, and they all align up with the planetary, you know, the constellations. There is something in the constellations, and that's why I believe there's been a big wake up, because the planets are moving into line and certain things happen. Because if certain planets send energies to Earth that do things, you know, like, you know what I mean, it's all energies and stuff, they've got in line with each other. Like I said, they've got in line now, because I believe that every so many thousands of years, that's what happens, and it affects stuff. If that's the paradigm, or whatever, I always say it wrong, the paradigm or whatever it is, you know, it makes things happen. That's why I believe the Mandela effect has come in. It makes reality, you know, we've jumped a little bit, so if you understand what I'm saying. But that's how my mind thinks. But I said, I'm glad my mind thinks this way, and my mind is not like a sheeple. My mind can look at different stuff, and I can think and resonate with stuff, because I've always resonated with stuff like Lord of the Rings and them sort of fantasy films that are only fantasy. Really? Lord of the Rings, they all see an eye, and a load of stuff that goes on in there. But yeah, Awoke, you think it's not real because it's a film, when you've got like the orcs, you know, the bad people, and then you've got like different races that used to fight, but they're coming together, like we're all fighting, you know, against religion and race and men and women. They just put it round in a story, but they're all fighting evil, aren't they? They all see an eye and all that. So it's peeing it down outside, and I've left cushions out there. Never mind, and my washing, because it was sunny and now it's raining. The storm, the pain is on its way, people. So yeah, I use this more because you feel it. This is what you got to be careful of, because that puts, yeah, Hostel 1 and 2, my dad said. Don't watch that, people, because, you know, you might think it's a film. That's what people do. But yeah, when you're watching mainstream media, they plant things in your mind. You know, you're thinking it's real because it's the news, and you trust the news and the BBC and CNN and all them people. No, we don't. You feel it there more. That's why they go for a lot of things for your emotions, because if you feel it, you know, like things that have happened, sad things, you get more mad about it. Like the, what's the saying, Dad? The action solution thing. Yeah, it's always empathy. You think here, but you feel it here. But I can feel it and think for myself of like, I can look at different things and think, that could be true. Who knows? I haven't seen what's in Antarctica. I haven't been to space, if we can actually get there. I haven't been to the bottom of the sea. So how can you say, no, it doesn't exist? No, this civilization doesn't exist. Have you been to Antarctica? Have you been under the ice? Have you been to space? I don't care what scientists say. That's just someone telling you. You haven't been there yourself. So we don't know nothing. Really? None of us. And this is why we're waking up, thinking and feeling we just want to know the truth. As scary as it is, as Trump has just, Q has said, and Trump has said in the White House, I can't remember what the last repeat of the Q drop was something about scary, you know, this is scary, because it is scary. The unknown is very scary, and when all this drops, people will be scared. That's why there's people like me and other people talking about stuff to show you, you know, it's just everything's got to be reset. And it's not reset button because the world's ending. The world's ending as we know it. It's not the apocalypse. It's the world's ending as we know. This illuminated reality will be broken down. You know, not straight away, bringing it down, and we'll build it back up again to a new way of life, because the old way is corrupt. So even if the banks go down, I think there's things in place that will, you know, it won't end up like that, but they've got to be taken down, the banking systems, that, because it doesn't work. It's just going to the greedy people. People will be scared, thinking, oh, there'll be no food, and what are we going to do? It's got to happen. Like I said, you go to a new job. Yeah, history's been played. You go to a new job. You get scared because you got to get new. Yeah, apocalypse will be. Yeah, you've got to meet new people, and you think, oh, should I stay at my old job because I know it so well and I'm comfortable there. It isn't going to be comfortable, people, but at the end of the day, it will be a better way in the end, and then we'll all get used to it. You think about it, things come in all the time, new technologies and that, and I'm a bit like, don't know what I'm doing. You're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, and then you get used to it, and then that becomes nothing, and then something else comes in, you're like, oh, I'm scared of this now because I'm not used to it. It's the fear. It will take the fear away. CNN, John, is it Cash? I don't know what that name is. I can't see. Said it's like only 24 hours since John McCain was put to death. Yeah, that's what he said. I said that, Dad, on that's what he said. It's only like 24 hours since John McCain was put to death. Put to death. Yeah. Q said they'll either be eradicated off the face of the earth, or, you know, they go into prison for life, and their life will mean life. It will not mean, you know, you get out in 10 years. You're there for life till you die. Thank you very much. I cut myself the other day, and it's in the shape of a, where is it? Don't know if you see it, a heart. But yeah, so that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to warm my brew up because it's gone cold, but keep looking out, people, and keep looking out for Trump Wars. That's going to drop on Sunday. Yeah, and just keep positive, peeps, because, you know, the pain's coming for them. I mean, the pain's coming for certain people, the sheeple, because they're not going to be able to comprehend, you know, what's about to come out. But what can you do about it? It's a bit too late to red pill people now, because it's sort of done. But the ones who have been on the train, the Q train, you know, with Trump and all that, and Q, it's not been nice to find out everything, but we've been part of it, and it's just been a mad ride, really. But I mean, it's still going to be a mad ride, but, you know, with all this stuff, and maybe other things we don't even know about, but we just want truth. So I'm going to go and say, where we go one, we go all, and I will see you soon. Bye. Can't get off.